The best birthday celebrations are still on with the best deals on the best quality and range at OK Furniture. Save on the widest selection of home essentials at the lowest prices guaranteed. View our latest catalog here and shop online or in-store until the 7th of July 2024 while stock lasts. T's and C's apply. iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiskiTime.co.za. It's a transfer window. Well done to the teams that are signing players. I saw Iskukun released a lot of players, including Kamohelo Mokhocho when they released the list of players. And I saw Kamohelo Mokhocho announced by Cape Town City. I think that's a good signing for Cape Town City. They missed Ambina when they let him go overseas. I think he went to Norway, if I'm not mistaken. So they missed a player like him. Kamohelo Mokhocho is a fantastic midfielder. And I think at Cape Town City, he'll be a perfect fit. There's so many other players as well being signed left, right, and center by big teams, small team, and teams in between. One of them, which we thought, this is an interesting one, is a team in the Eastern Cape by the name of Chippa United, owned by, of course, Mr. Sivio Chippa Mpengesi. They've signed Andile Jali. We were asking these questions, of course, to find out, is Jali staying in the PSL? Is he not staying? Snogumbona, Ekubi Paisekile, is 2-2-2, and all of that stuff. So we were wondering, is he still in South African football? And also in this video later on, we'll talk about Keagen Dolly, who we understand has signed for Supersport United as well. Mr. Tso, let's start with Jali. Good move, Chippa United. Do you think he can even stay there more than a year?
I think that's a good thing, Jali to go there. Hey, Mr. Mpengesi. Yeah, I know.
In a very long time. Hey, so it's good to speak
Mr. Mpengesi, I know. Mhlekazi. Wibambile mhlekazi bambe kanjalo mhlekazi ngasajika asabheke emuva.
What do you think? Siyayazi Chippa United liqela we can say somewhat unstable because banqabile abadlali abahlala 3 years na 4 years with Chippa. That's not something you are saying or I am saying. In reality of things. Yes. Sometimes you'll see them having a player staying 1 season, 2 seasons, nabomemela, nabomayambela 2 minutes and just sebahamba. So what do you think about the future kaJali with Chippa United?
I think Ujabu will come with that leadership skills in that team. They did well, but you could see in that midfield they needed more experience, and especially when Musele went back to Paris.
Yes.
They saw that hole. You know what? If we can't get Musele for next season, here's Uchali. If we can just give him that fitness, be fit, then we can get whatever. Because he's not 40.
He's my age. I look 40, but I'm 34. So what do you think about? Bekago Swallows, and then things happened at Swallows, money-related things.
Yes.
I think ingamshaya eyokuthi akazange aqede season kuSwallows, because I think from a fitness perspective, it would have been nice ukuthi bekadlale the whole season, and then now pre-season rest, catch up with the fitness. How do you think it's gonna hold him back? He's a good player, of course. The quality is quality, but is it not going to take 2 months to pick up again?
You can take him. It depends on what now the preseason Chippa imeganjan. If they've got a proper preseason match, I think he will need just a month in a league to stabilize and be okay and adjust with fitness, because I know a lot of players off season, no one's training, they just relaxing and do whatever. But I think if Uchali can push himself with pre-season, by the time the league starts, he will be plus minus maybe 40%. And then, but with time, with game time, because what is important in the secret of football, that I don't know whether some coaches they know or don't know, but looking at how they play their teams, some they don't know. The secret for your players to sustain the league is to have a match fitness. So if you play more game on the preseason, they don't need a training fitness. They need match fitness, because once they've got the match fitness, it will sustain them for the league. So I hope Uchali, the preseason planning, Yabolo Ntuzana, I hope ukopanga hambi man. But ngcono ngathi uhlelo ngoba ngizwile ngathi
September and Kopo uvayile maso Mogel Mamela.
Mogel Mamela ngathi uKopo engathi usilo bengathi uyamfuna le ayele Free State. So
bengathi uyamfuna. Ngibonile ubuyile Dylan Kerr.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was worried DJ lapho
Ukuthi he might move to-
yeah, ukuthi makanga move,
Because Utabo September needs that.
yeah, he needs somebody next to him.
Yes.
Yeah, because so I'm happy that they are there, both of them, and they want to play, even though banal element of
Long ball.
having those long balls,
throws.
but the controlling of that midfield, because they need somebody that will lead that midfield. So I think Jali is going to do very well. He just needs to fall.
Salpeter, do you think he can still help a team?
Yeah, definitely. He was going to help that team. He just need the right people around him, because alone he cannot drive that ship alone. He needs somebody next to him up front. So defense wise, also to be disciplined, be organized,
Right.
and then he's gonna give them good game time, and they'll get good results with him.
Okay, there you go. Also, I want to say something about Andile Jali. I think what's interesting is to know whether or not his salary package, I'm sure that usually is a big consideration. And also, if he doesn't deliver in the first 3 months and people are looking at the salary, it usually happens with players who are over 30. They look at your contribution and how much they are paying you. But anyhow, we'll see. We'll find out whether or not it'll make any impact with Chippa United. I think it will be a miracle if he's there next season. Not because he's not a good player, it's because Chippa usually does this with older players. Abo Mayambela, Abo Memela, they don't really stay that long, when they are in the twilight of their career or as the sun sets in their career. Keagen Dolly, Supersport United, Campbell, all of these things need to be confirmed, but Shandre Campbell is moving away.
Yeah.
They need someone there. Do you think they can afford him? I mean, they constantly, Supersport, if there's one thing that they always update us about, is this thing about asna mali. All the time. Haumbata, we have to give him to Pirates ngoba asna mali. Urasebucha, we have to sell him to Pirates ngoba asna mali. So, what do you think about that one? Is a good move for Keagen?
Yeah, I mean, especially this boy Campbell. Looks like it's almost done.
Yeah.
So in that left, there's no one, and Dolly will do what we know of Dolly, where he will take a man wide, put the good cross.
Does he still have that pace to take people on? Can he run beyond people? If you remember, in Milford,
yes,
in the Andile Chiefs, they got knocked out. Win at Bank Cup, and you were looking for Udol. I think he was in that game.
Yeah.
You were looking for him to. Because throughout this time, good Chiefs, give them something, take people on, cross it, take people on, shoot, and he showed a lack of bola, like in terms of a touch or a shot. But there's this explosion that is no longer there. It looks like it's no longer there.
Yeah, Mr. Kew, sometimes the training that you get and how they need you to play. Because there's one thing about Ukavinan that can do. He can turn you from being an ordinary player being a good player. Not a marvelous player, but a good player. I'll make an example. Undlovu, Makasuka Pirates, everyone was like,
oh yes, that's a good example.
There's nothing.
Even Tyson,
everyone said it's finished. But when they get there, because of how Gavin wants them to play, and according to their strength, they've been doing well. So I hope Udoli will work. Sometimes a change is good, Mr. Nkewu, so that even a player, if I don't pull up my socks, it's finished. So I hope Udoli will work and will give Ukavin Hunt what he wants on that left wing.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because they're constantly talking about money. Supersport. So how do you think they afforded him? Because Udoli Begun Nkulumo Guti, we cost the Chiefs in. So how do you think they would have afforded him?
Mr. Nkewu.
Yes, Kunale Malika Shandre Campbell if they get it.
Yes, but I think that's what they will use, because I think they're starting to use the very same method that Stellenbosch they're doing in Supersport. We don't want to spend money. We want teams to spend money on us. But at the very same time, Ukavin, we are full Ukavin lentole, but at the very same time, we are he wants to win. Because he said number 2, and I thought this season I'll fight for number 1. But look at me, because of the money thing, I have to release players because of Imali Nanan. So I think at some point I'm frustrated now, but what else can he do? He just needs to listen to the team. When they say, we can pay for this one, we can't pay for that one. then you just have to live with it. And there's other players. I don't know if you know Villa what is going there. No Maranjan. I hope maybe Kevin can say.
Yeah, but so I want to see it happening actually, and how long can they stay? Because these people have been talking about, man. They've been complaining.
Yeah.
That team has been complaining. What happened to all of this money?
No, itema is a Nkewu, and then say salary of players. Yeah, run it up. So as now you tina see club, we can buy that player. So we're just waiting.
I understand that part, but they were still complaining about that because they don't buy players.
Yeah.
So where are they? What if Udol is 400? Let's say, for example, I don't know. What if it's 400?
In that case, they're not gonna sign him. If he's gonna stay with that amount, definitely sure they're not gonna sign him because you know if bazotabana mali ba release talent, then you must know something is wrong.
About Tapela myself.
I won't know the problem lapho. The problem is serious lapho. So yeah, but I'm worried ukuthi when we complain about money and then why can't we invest in development again, and then so that we can have good players, because more thing is something yangena imali, and when you spend 1.5 million to develop that player, I'm taking 10 million, so le 8.5 you happy. So yeah.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much, Mr. Tso, for your experience. Thank you to Trina. Thank you to Justice as well. We thank you as well for watching our videos. We'll see you next week with all of these reaction videos. We're getting closer and closer to the new season. When the season is on, I hate it. When it's off, it's like, okay, I wish it can come back. Because the football, it's the football, though. Because we'll always be about football. It's the football, man. Like the football, the South African football has to improve. It's the football. Like when it's on, it's like you can only tolerate this thing for 2 months, and you're like, yo, these teams are still doing the same things. But anyhow, we'll always be praying. The football will improve as well. iDiskiTV, iDiskiTimes, World Sports Betting. Thank you for watching us.